10s, welcome to another video where we're going to take it a step further. We are building up and up. Like I said to my class, we're walking a mountain, we're climbing a mountain. We've started at the bottom where we did simplification of algebraic expressions. Then we started with factorizing. I taught you the grade 9 factorization that you get, the HCF, the difference of two perfect squares, the trinomial. Then in grade 10, we built onto that. We used group factorization with taking out a common bracket. After that, we did the Chacha trinomial, like I like to call it. So we're climbing that mountain and we are almost to the top. So after this video, I'm going to make one more video where we add and subtract with fractions. And I think the thing that is most worrying is that perhaps your grade 7 and grade 8 foundation of fractions, like how to operate with fractions, isn't so solid. So just take note again of what you can and what you can't do, and let's work through these sums. All right, so up to now, maybe your teacher said simplify the following by the use of factorization. After this, we shouldn't really tell you this. You should know this. You always ask, can I factorize? Can I take one step back to take two steps forward? All right, so let's start with examples. Over here, we cannot just go and delete those two 8x's. Why? Because there's two terms at the top here. So if I factorize, then I can go and delete, because then I've made two terms over here, one term. And what can I factorize it as? I can take out an HCF. Always start with an HCF. And after that, if you don't, then you start looking, is it two terms, is it three terms, etc. All right, at the top, I'm going to take out 4x. You have to take out the highest common factor, and you are left with 4x plus 2. Remember, you can just double check yourself. I've made a mistake already. Sorry about that. Okay, you can just double check yourself. If you had to multiply in the 4x, do I get, oh sorry, my pen is really acting up. I think I need to replace the nib. So 4x times x does give you 4x squared, plus 4x times 2 is 8x. All over 8x. So now you are more than welcome to go and cancel either two brackets that are the same or the numbers on x that is visible over there. So you can see that the two x's can cancel out, and then 4 over 8 as a fraction simplified is 1 over 2. And what is left on top? X plus 2. And then just to go clean it up nicely, x plus 2 over 2. Can I cancel out those two 2's like that? No, never. Why not? Because it's two terms on top. Okay, let's have a look at number B. Immediately your eyes must be saying to yourself, aha, this is a trinomial. This is a trinomial. And luckily it's not a Chacha trinomial. So we're going to have two brackets, a x splits. They are the same. The signs are the same. What are they the same of? They are both negatives. Okay, now these ones you must be able to do with your eyes closed. You mustn't even doubt yourself with the signs. You have to have it perfectly right, and you have to have it perfectly right, the numbers, and then you need to test yourself. Okay, so what times what gives you 27? If you add or subtract, it gives you 12. And you've guessed it, 9 times 3. Always write the biggest number first. Now you test yourself. Minus 9 minus 3, if you just had to do the sum straightforward, does give you negative 12. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And if you multiply, negative 9 times negative 3 does give you positive 27. Good. At the bottom, x and x, they are different. The first one is a minus and a plus. And then I'm going to say 9 times 3 also gives me 27, and minus 9 plus 3 does give you negative 6. And if you had to multiply it, negative 9 times a positive 3 does give you negative 27. Okay, now these two brackets can cancel out nicely, and you are left with x minus 3 over x plus 3. All right, good. Here we go. Immediately, without a doubt, knowing this is the sum or the difference of two cubes. Okay, what does that mean? It means short bracket, long bracket. Short bracket, long bracket. X to the power 3 cube root will give you x. The minus comes down. Then there's two positives left. Remember, with the difference of two cubes, the signs are always a positive and two positives, and a negative. So if you've got a positive that comes down, then it will be a negative and a positive. If you've got a negative that comes down, the only two that's left is a positive and a positive. So please remember that. I always say there must be two positive people and one negative people in a trio of friends. Then it's x equal to x, it will be okay. But if there's two negatives, then there's a bit too much of negativity over there. Okay, the cube root of 8 is 2. Then you take the x and you square it. You take the 2 and you square it. Then you take x times 2 is 2x and you write it in the middle. All over. I'm going to take out, it looks like a trinomial, but there's an x to the power 3. Remember, a trinomial is always x squared, something x, and just a number. So I'm going to take out an x because there's an x in every term there. So I'm left with x squared plus 2x plus 4. Remember that this second part of a sum or difference of two cubes can never be further factorized. Okay, so as it is there, that's the way it will stand. And luckily, can you see this big bracket over here cancels out because it's exactly the same as that bracket over there. And we are left with x minus 2 over x. Woo, happy chappy. Good. Now the next one. Again, very important. You must immediately see, difference of two perfect squares. X minus 3, x plus 3. Oh, trinomial. It's a haha one. Not so haha though. Just going to quickly do my cross. 2 times 1 and 1 times 3. Let's see. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. So it's going to be minus 6 plus 1 to give me that negative 5. Okay, so my brackets are correct. I add the x in over there. There is a video on this if you don't know what I'm talking about. Then the one that gave me 6 must get the negative. So that was this one. And the leg that gave me 1 gets the positive over. So it's going to be 2x plus 1, x minus 3. And please just double check yourself. 2x times x is 2x squared. Minus 6x plus x does give you negative 5x. And plus 1 times a negative 3 does give you negative 3. So always test yourself. Don't just think, oh, I've got it. It must be right. Okay, x minus 3 and x minus 3 cancels out. And I'm left with x plus 3 over 2x plus 1. Good. Again, sum and difference of two cubes. So it's going to be short bracket, long bracket. The negative sign comes down. Only 2 left is 2 positives. The cube root of 27p to the power 3 will give you 3p. And the cube root of 8 gives you 2. Then you take 3p and you square it, which will give you 9p squared. You take the 2 and you square it. And for the middle term, you multiply those 2, which will give you 6p. So I just want to make sure, 3p, yes, okay, all over. Now this is a trinomial. I hate these, but we're going to do them. So what times what gives you 27? 9 times 3. And over here, what about 6 times 3? Oh no, sorry, 6 times 2 to give you the back term, which is 12. 9 times 2 is 18, and 3 times 6 also gives you 18. Okay, no, sorry. So that won't work. If I just swap these two around quickly. 9 times 6 is 54, and 6, no, that won't work. I'm just going to start using another color quickly. Sorry, no, I'll choose the same color. Then, so 9 times 3, I'm going to stick to, and 12, I'm going to make 4 and 3. So 9 times 3 is 27, and 3 times 4 gives you 12. If you subtract those two, 27 minus 12, they're the same, they're both positive. So again, the signs, they're both the same, they're both positive. So that won't work either. Let's try. Sorry, I paused the video and I just had to relook what is going on. But it is actually always starts, good old lesson for myself as well. Always start with an HCF. Can I take out a highest common factor? And yes, I can. I can take out a 3. And then you are left with 9p squared plus 6p plus 4. And now, can you see that the two brackets are the same over there? And so you can cancel out. And then you are left with 3p minus 2 over 3. Silly old mistake. Sorry, so always check HCF first. All right, even with the trinomial, see if you can take out a highest common factor. Okay, good lesson learned. All right, number F. I just want to quickly see how many we've got left. Okay, quite a few still. All right, just want to quickly see. All right, number F. Let's quickly see. All right, at the top, I'm going to group factorize. So remember, if you group factorize, when there's a minus in the middle, you cannot just go put the two brackets around. You have to change the second sign over there. All right, so I'm going to take out an HCF there, which is 2x squared. What is left? X minus 1. So the minus stays there. But now, if I take out an HCF of 8, what is left? 2x minus 1. Oh, sorry, is it 2x minus 1? Over here, also, sorry, 2x minus 1. Okay, always test yourself. 2x squared times 2x is 4x to the power 3 minus 2x squared. Minus 8 times 2x, if you had to sub it back in, if you had to distribute this back in, sorry, not sub, distribute. Minus 8 times 2x is minus 16x, and a negative times a negative is a positive. 8 times 1 is 8. So remember, if you put brackets around, just very important is to change that sign over there. Okay, so now hopefully you can see that we can pull out a common bracket. Just want to erase this just to make it a bit neater. Okay, over here, I'm not going to do that mistake again. I'm going to pull out a 10. No, I can't take out a 10, sorry. I'm going to pull out a 5. What is left? 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. All right, which will make it an easier trinomial to fix or to do. Then I'm left with, I'm going to take out a common bracket. What am I left with? I'm left with 2x squared minus 8. 2x squared minus 8. All over 5. Now I need to do this trinomial quick and fast. 2 times 1 and 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2, so that won't work. Let me change the 1 and the 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 1 is 1. So this is the combo. And then I know that it's going to be different. The first one's a plus. Okay, but then which one gave? I need to have plus 4 minus 1. Because plus 4 minus 1 will give me that that positive 3. So the one that gave me 4 was this leg over here. So this one must get the plus. And this one should get the minus. Close up your brackets and the x in. Okay, we're going to test it now in any case. 2x minus 1 and x plus 2. So if I had to multiply, 2x times x is 2x squared plus 4x minus 1x does give me the positive 3, and a negative times a positive gives me a negative, negative times positive does give me a negative 2. Okay, great. Now I can go and cancel those that are the same. 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1, and then I'm just going to rewrite, and then I'm going to re-look at my sum. So I've got 2x squared minus 8 left on top, and then at the bottom I've got a 5 and an x plus 2. Then I'm just going to further factorize. I can take out a 2. I don't know if it's going to help me. 2x squared minus 4 all over 5x plus 2. Aha! Again, in your mind's eye, you must immediately say, aha, this is the difference of two perfect squares. So you're going to have 2, x plus 2, x minus 2, all over 5, x plus 2. And we can further delete this x plus 2 and x plus 2. And what is left? 2 x minus 2 over 5. Can you distribute the 2 back in? Yes, you can. Doesn't matter. It's not really going to help you. So if you do it, we don't mark it wrong, but you could have easily or happily stopped there as well. Okay. Then with the next sum, with the multiplication. Oh, and I always say, oh, these are so much fun, and the kids look at me strangely. Okay, this is the trinomial. This is an HCF. This is a difference of two perfect squares. This is a HCF. So people, I really, really want you to be able to identify them as quickly as I am doing. All right. So for the first one, we've got a trinomial. It's a normal grade 9 trinomial. The signs are different. The first one's a plus 3 times 2. Because plus 3 minus 2 does give you a positive 1. And plus 3 times negative 2 does give you negative 6. All right. Take out a 2. What is left? X minus 4. Remember, if I distribute it back, it should give me 2x minus 8 again. Times x plus 4, x minus 4. Difference of two perfect squares. And over here, I'm going to take out an x, and I'm left with x minus 2. Does it? And now the fun part starts. Okay, you can cross cancel. I hope you can see that cursor over there, like that, or like that. Or you can cancel upstairs, downstairs, but you can never cancel next to each other. Never next to each other. Okay, so the x minus 2 cancels with that x minus 2. The x minus 4, x minus 4. Then, is that it? All right, let's bring it all together. Let's bring it in. What do we have left? X plus 3, x plus 4, all over 2x. There's nothing more I can do. Can't cancel out anything else, so that is my answer. All right, so at the end, you just bring it all together. Remember, it's the top times the top gives you the top. Bottom times the bottom gives you the bottom. All right. Okay, here we go. Number K. All right. Oh, so many people times and tip. People, you get 1 mark for timesing and tipping. So please get it right. It's really not hard. So I'm going to take out an x over there because I can see it's an HCF over x squared. So now the division, we don't divide at all with fractions. So we're going to times and tip. Okay, so the part after, or the fraction after the division sign that we change into a multiplication sign is going to tip. Whatever's at the bottom goes, it stands at the top, and whatever was at the bottom goes and stands at, whatever was at the bottom goes stands at the top, whatever was at the top goes stands at the bottom. All right, not so bad. Now we're going to just further factorize, and then the lackiness of cancelling out starts. That is a trinomial. It's a quick grade 9 one. They're the same, they're both positive, and what times what gives you 1? If you add, it gives you 2. There we go. All right, let's start cancelling out the x plus 1 and x plus 1. If you're a little bit scared with the x's and you don't know how many is where, bring it together. Okay, so x times x to the power 3, you keep the base and you add the exponents. There's a 1 over there. And then over x to the power 2, x plus 1. So now you can say easily 4 minus 2 is 2. Where did my power lie? At the top. And there's your answer. Can't do anything else. That is it. Okay, let's look at the next one. People, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Not hard factorization. Can you see that is a trinomial? HCF. HCF. Difference of two perfect squares. And that's it. All right, let's start this bad boy. Trinomial. Plain, straightforward, grade 9 one. They are different. The first one's a plus, minus, and 3 times 2 will fit in there. 6 times 1 won't give you a positive 1 over there. Sorry. Okay, so plus 3 minus 2 does give you a positive 1. And if you multiply to the 2, it does give you negative 6. Then at the bottom, I can take out 3x. What is left? X minus 4. Again, if you need to distribute it back quickly and just check. 3x squared minus 12x. Good. Now we're going to times and tipperoos. Okay, so the bottom, I'm going to go place at the top, and I'm going to somewhat factorize it as well. Do you see how quickly you must be able to factorize? And at the top, I'm going to take out x squared. That's the most I can squeeze. So if there's 2 x's, you take the one with the lowest exponent. So x squared, what is left? X minus 2 times 1 over x plus 4. Oh, yay! Nice part. Are you ready? Let's go. Here's a x minus 2 and x minus 2 and x plus 4. And remember, if it's standing alone, you can bundle it always together if you want to make it a little bundle. And an x plus 4. So can you see it's 1 for 1? I cannot cancel all the x plus 4s. Or I cannot cancel all the x minus 4s. It's 1 for 1. 1x minus 4 with 1x minus 4. And okay, if you're a little bit skeptical of what else to do, you bring it all together. At the top, there's an x plus 3 over there. And nothing else. Times by 1 will just stay that. Over 3x times x to the power 2 gives you 3x to the power of 3. And that is it. You cannot further factorize or simplify. Okay. All right, off to the next one. Over here, when you've got an x and a y, you're going to have 2 brackets, like a trinomial. They're the same. They're both negative. And then we're going to have a 2y. So I'm just going to test myself and see whether this works out to be the top. X times x is x squared minus 2y minus another 2y is minus 4. No, sorry. minus 2xy minus another 2xy does give you the negative 4xy, and a negative times a negative does give you a positive 4y squared. Good. Over, I can take out a 2, and what is left? X minus 2y. Oh, okay. Times and tip. So the top is going to get the x minus 2, and the bottom is going to get the x minus 2y. And again, I'm going to times and tip. Sorry, that doesn't look so nice. The 4 goes on top, and at the bottom is a difference of two perfect squares, x plus 2 and x minus 2. Sorry, I'm just writing it like that now, just to save space. All right, so here's x minus 2y, x minus 2y. Again, if they're standing alone at the bottom, you can bundle them together. X minus 2y, x minus 2y. Here's a x minus 2, x minus 2. Then, if you're a little bit uncertain, you can bring it all together. There was only a 4 left at the top, and a 2, x plus 2. A 2 and a x plus 2. Okay, and 4 over 2 can divide out. 4 divided by 2 is 2 over x plus 2. So if you're uncertain, just bring it all together, reassess, and further simplify. Okay, so this one looks hectic. I'm first going to simplify this bracket over here. Okay, because brackets and then exponents. So I'm going to first simplify the bracket, and then your answer I'm going to times and tip. You can also make a times and tip everything. So the ab minus 2b squared goes at the top, times a plus b at the top, over a squared plus 2ab plus b squared times ab at the bottom. But I'm going to first simplify, because otherwise it looks a bit hectic. Okay, so at the top over there, I'm going to take out an a. Sorry, my pen is really not helping me. An a, and what is left? A plus b. All over. Okay, so this again is a trinomial. I'm just going to do it by the means of testing. I know that I'm going to have an a times a, because a times a should give you that a squared over there. Then a 2 and a 1, they're the same, they're both negatives. So we're going to have a 2b and a b. Let's see if that works out. A times a is a squared, minus ab minus another 2ab does give you the negative 3ab, and a negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 1 is 2b squared. Good. Okay, I'm just going to keep the division sign like that for now. Then I'm going to simplify that. They're the same, they're both positive, so it's a plus b, a plus b. Let me test it. A times a is a squared, plus ab plus another ab does give you the positive 2ab plus b squared. Good. Over. Yeah, I'm going to take out a b. What is left? A minus 2b. Am I right? Took out a b. A minus 2b. Good. And times ab over a plus b. Again, if they're alone, you can bundle them together. Now I'm going to cross cancel a plus b, a plus b. Anything else? The b and the b over there. And that is it for now. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it all together. It's quite a big sum. Got a plus b over a minus 2b, a minus b. Keep the division. I'm just going to bring it all together. So at the top was an a and an a plus b left, over a minus 2b. Okay, so you see there was a little a over there and an a plus b over there, and at the bottom just that part. Okay, now I'm going to times and tip. A plus b over a minus 2b, a minus b, times and tip. So a minus 2b goes at the top, and a plus b goes at the bottom. Voila, voila, very nice, very nice. I can cancel out the a's as well. A minus 2b, a minus 2b. Oh, so cool. Over a, 1 over a minus b. So remember, if there's nothing left at the top, you put it as a placeholder of 1 to remain a fraction. Good. Okay. All right. Then just quickly, the change of a sign in a fraction. Okay. I just want to quickly see something. All right. So I'm going to factorize again where I can. So over here, if I take out a 2, then I'm left with 5 minus x. And that goes over x minus 5. So they look almost the same, but can you see that x over here is a negative x, where over here it's a positive x. And here the positive 5 is a negative 5 at the bottom. So I'm going to take out, we call it take out, a negative. And that is going to make all my signs change inside the bracket. So I'm going to sort of swap them around as well. So the negative x is going to become a positive x, and the positive 5 is going to become a negative 5. All over x minus 5. And then we can cancel out, and our answer is negative 2. Sorry, let me just write that nicely, is negative 2. Now same with over here. I'm going to take out a 3. What is left? 2 minus x. Am I right? 3 times 2 is 6 minus 3x all over. If I take out a 6 over here, what is left? 2 minus, take out a 6, 2 minus x. Okay, all right, over here, so if I take out a 3, then I was left with that, so that no sign changes, strangely enough, sorry, and the answer is a half. Okay, 3, 2 minus x, and it's 6. Yeah, okay, no sign changes, sorry about that. Okay, so over here, can you see we've got a x minus 5, and a 6 minus x, and a x minus 6, and a 5 minus x. So let's just see, if we had to change the signs, will it give me then exactly the same as the bottom? So if I had to change this sign over here, a negative, x becomes a positive x, yes, and a 5 becomes a negative 5. All right, so I'm going to take out a negative at the top. And that negative that I take out, oh, sorry, I hate it with this pen. Yeah. Just need to get the tip replaced, I think. Okay. All right. So if I take out a negative, only one bracket signs change. It doesn't roll over into the next bracket as well. So it's only the first bracket sign that will change. So the negative x becomes a positive x, and the positive 5 becomes a negative 5 over x minus 6. Okay, oh, it's late at night, and maybe the pen is also tired. Sorry about that. There it goes a bit more. Okay, let me just pause quick. Okay, x minus, I'm going to really try it, x minus 6. All over. So yeah, now we've got the x minus 5 the same. And now I want to change this one as well. So I'm going to take out a negative. You can keep it there as long as you know it's not a multiplication. That maybe looks a bit suspicious. Let's put the negative over there. And then it's one negative to change one bracket signs. So it will be x minus 6. Can you see the negative x became a positive x, and the positive 6 became a negative 6. And now we can go cancel out. And a negative divided by negative is a positive 1. All right, so we took out a negative at the top, we took out a negative at the bottom, and a negative divided by negative is a positive. All righty, now first things first, we're going to factorize where we can. At the top, I'm going to take out a 2x squared. What is left? 3x minus 1 all over, if I take out a negative 3, what is left? X minus 3. So negative 3x divided by negative 3 is a positive x, and a 9 divided by negative 3 gives you a negative 3. Times, at the top here, you can, let's make it a difference of 2 perfect squares, 3 minus x, 3 plus x. Okay, so as you can see, it's now, we're used to having the x squared first, but now the 9 is first. Doesn't matter. Square root the first term, goes into the first position. Square root the second term, goes into the second position. All right, and then a quick haha trinomial. I'm just going to do it over here. Let me do it in different colors. We can only have 3 times 1 and 1 times 3 for the front and the back. And then they're different. Okay, so we know the signs are going to be different. 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 times 1 is 1. And I need to get to a positive 8, so it's plus 9 minus 1. Which one gave you the 9? The 3 and the 3. Which one gave you the 1? The negative 1. So there's your brackets over there. And I'm going to test it. 3x minus 1. Oopsie, and then x plus 3. Let's check. 3x times x is 3x squared, plus 9x minus x gives you a plus 8x, and the negative 1 times a positive 3 does give you a negative 3. Okay, good. Then I'm just going to erase this so we can carry on. Is there something I can cross cancel so long, just to make it a little bit better? Yes, there's a 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1. And can you see that x plus 3 is the same as 3 plus x? Okay, so if I just had to swap these two terms, it will also give me x plus 3. Sorry, x plus 3. Okay, because 2 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 2. So these two can also cancel out. Okay, so these two are a little bit different. They look the same, but not yet. So I've got 2x squared. Let's just bring it all together. Times 3 minus x over negative 3 times x minus 3. So I'm going to make the top the same. So I'm going to take out a negative, which means I'll be left with negative 2x squared. Then the negative x becomes a positive x, and the positive 3 becomes a negative 3. All over negative 3, x minus 3. Voila, voila. Now I can cancel them out. And what is left over here? Negative 2 and a negative makes a positive. So I've got a positive 2 and a 3 and an x squared. And there's my answer. Yippee. So yeah, I just wrote the answer there for myself so I can double check myself. Cool, well done. And now we're finished. So just always remember, factorize, factorize, factorize where you can. And if simplify then as much as you can, just bring it all together. And then again, see whether if I take out a negative sign, remember one negative for one bracket. If you can make those brackets then the same so that you can further simplify. Okay, I really hope this helped grade 10s, and all the best for the rest. And as I said, the next video will be on adding and subtracting with fractions by using factorization to simplify. Okay, you must have a great day further, and thank you for watching. Bye.